Hi Pisces, welcome in, welcome back, welcome if you're new here. My name is Sarah. This is Earthly Intuition Tarot. Today we're going to tap into the energies surrounding the person that you are currently dealing with and thinking of. We are going to see how they're feeling about you, how they see you, and what do they want. If the message resonates, consider subscribing, of course, and leave a comment down below. Do all the YouTube-y things. It just helps, as I always say, to push the message out into the algorithm so that those who are in need of a message are able to receive. So we're going to go ahead and get right in. Spirit, tell me how this person is currently feeling towards Pisces. What's the energy that they are currently embodying? Oh my goodness. I got the Page of Wands trying to pop out here. I'm going to put it back. If it comes back out, it was meant to be. How are they feeling about Pisces? How are they feeling about Pisces? What's the energy they're currently embodying? We have the Five of Pentacles. Okay. What's this? The Five of Pentacles, the Five of Cups. Oh my gosh. What is going on, you guys? 5 is significant here. Conflict, struggle. Oh, man. I heard this person say they're sick and regret. They're sick and regret. Tell me more. Tell me more. The Judgment card. Yeah, there's no way around this, you guys. 5 significant here. This person's struggling. They're conflicted. They're emotionally conflicted. They're financially conflicted. They're energetically conflicted. I mean, this person's conflicted all the way around. And I feel like this person is definitely really evaluating the situation is what they're telling me. I heard this person say they're sick and regret. I don't know. Is this person... I'm hearing like they're struggling with blame over here. What happened? What happened? Who is this? It's the Three of Pentacles. Somebody you share an environment with of some sort. Three of Swords. 3-3. You guys, look at this. 5-5-5, 3-3-3. I mean, what the heck? What the heck? 3-3-3. 3-3 is significant here. 5-5 is significant. 5 is the number of conflict. 3 is the number of imbalance, okay? Something could have came in between this connection is what I'm hearing. Something, someone, something along these lines. When I see like third-party situation, it does not always have to be another person. It can be something. So it could be work. It could be family. It could be obligations, things like this that come in between the connection. So it seems like definitely there's something coming in between this connection. It definitely could be family. It definitely could be work. But you're telling me some of you still share an environment with this person, whether that's in, a workplace, whether that is online. Like there's still some sort of shared space with this person, but you can feel their absence is what I'm hearing, because we have the Three of Swords here. So I feel like you feel this person's like absence in some way. They're telling me, yeah, that they feel like somebody could have lost a job, and it's almost like this person like blames the other for that. And I'm seeing an energy of like there could have been somebody else in the picture that was causing issues or trying to come in between the connection. Maybe the job itself just came in between the connection. I also see 1 shift, 2 shift, 3 shifts, could be 3rd shift specifically. That was an issue. There's something along these lines, but either way, that's very specific. Tell me how they're seeing you. Yeah, I just feel like this is like someone that you still share an environment with, but for whatever reason, like you feel their absence. I do feel like you want to get on the same page as this person, but I feel like there's a lot of heartbreak surrounding this situation, a lot dividing the connection. Do you see the swords here? Like there's my truth, your truth, and then the whole truth is what I'm hearing. Also, like there's quite obviously some sort of heartbreak, sadness, or divide taking place here, right? Maybe this person broke your heart in some way. I feel like you want to work together with this person though. They're telling me that they feel sick with regret and they really struggle with blame, self-blame, who to blame. They're not sure who to blame is what they're telling me. How are they seeing you? How are they seeing Pisces? What are they noticing the most about Pisces? The Eight of Swords. The Eight of Swords. Okay. Wow. Tell me more. I just heard you're tired of this person's excuses and they know that. Tell me more. Tell me more. Eight of Swords. Anything else, Spirit, for who this person is, how they're seeing Pisces. How are they seeing Pisces? Now, I'll get into that next. Eight of Swords, I see as the Eight of Swords. Okay, I heard tired of the excuses. I mean, you're no longer allowing excuses. I mean, your hands are pretty tied in this situation. It's like, you know, tell me more. You know, they're telling me that they see you as the one that they're trapped in thoughts of. I mean, they can't, it's almost like they can't get away from thoughts of you. Tell me more about how they see you. The Death card. Yeah, for sure. Like they do. I have Aries energy is here. We also have Scorpio energy. Could be dealing with one of those signs. We have Sagittarius here as well. It's just energy, you guys. But they're telling me that they see you as the one that they're trapped in thoughts of. They see you as the one who is tired of giving excuses here. I mean, and that changed you in some way. It changed the dynamic. I'm getting a heavy energy of like another situation, but I really am trying to back away from that until I get this message out. Yeah, they see you as being very tired. You know, your hands are tied. There's nothing more that can be done here in the situation. That's how you're showing up to this person. You're closing the door on this is what they're telling me. And they feel like they have nothing they can do. There's nothing they can do. There's nothing that can be done. You're tired of the excuses. You're closing the door on this. It changed. There's been a change in you. It transformed you. They're telling me that whatever happened here, whatever this heartbreak was, or whatever this divide was, or whatever came in between the connection, it really changed you. Could have sent you through a spiritual awakening. A spiritual awakening. They blame themselves for that. They blame themselves for that. They feel like there's no excuse. Like you will not accept excuses is what I'm hearing. And it changed you. It changed you. Like a complete 360-degree change. It feels like from the inside out, though. It feels like on a spiritual level, like you completely changed. The dynamic with you completely changed. And yeah, they're telling me they're sick with regret, sick with conflicted. I mean, they don't know who to blame here. It's like, because I think they know ultimately that like you didn't have a hand in this change. Do you see how these but how their hands are behind their back? I don't think that yeah, I think they see you as somebody who did not have a hand in this change, in this ending perhaps that took place, or this spiritual transformation that somehow you ended up enduring even though you didn't have a part in it. Like it wasn't, how do I want to say this? Like, whatever happened here, I don't think it was your fault. However, it changed you from the inside out, from the soul, on a soul level out. And yeah, they struggle with like blame is what they're telling me. They are angry because they're telling me like, man, I really regret that whole situation. There's a regret surrounding the whole situation. I think this person feels like they wound up empty-handed in this situation. Sad, disappointed. This is a huge loss they feel. But there's also an energy of this person feeling like they're struggling to redeem themselves as well. They want a second chance, but they're struggling to redeem themselves in some way. They're conflicted on how they would redeem themselves because you're sick of the excuses, they're telling me. They can see it. They can see it. Yeah, we have the Four of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and we have the Nine of Swords. This person's stressed out, they're anxious, they're worried, they can't sleep. Perhaps some of you are in separation from this person, or like I said, I heard you still share an environment with there's some sort of shared environment. Could be a shared workplace, it could be shared family, it could be shared people involved in the picture, but there's still an attachment, like a connection to this person, even though there's a separation, if you're in separation, or this is somebody that you do share an environment with, but there is quite obviously a huge divide here. Okay, it could be heartbreak, right? And this person's telling me that that the walls that have been built up are their fault. They're recognizing that. They're recognizing it, and they feel guilty because they feel like, man, maybe I really messed something up here. The Fool. The Fool. This Four of Wands is all about welcoming a reunion, comfort. This is about a stable foundation, right? This is a soul tie. This is a soul union. This is a relationship, a strong foundation for a relationship, these types of things. I feel like this person really feels like they messed that up. And also that these walls that have been built up is really their fault. What is this person wanting? Yeah, I mean, literally we have like every card of sadness, grief, and regret right here. I mean, we have the Three of Swords, we have the Nine of Swords, we have the Five of Wands, we have the Judgment card, we have the Death card, the Eight of Swords, the Five of Cups, the Five of Pentacles. I mean, if it can't get, like, I mean, the only thing that we're missing at this point is the Ten of Swords, okay? This is like screaming regret, screaming like they feel that they have no excuse, no way out of this, but they can't stop thinking about you either, is what they're telling me. You changed their life is what they just told me. You forced this person to go through their own spiritual metamorphosis is what I'm hearing. Because it's like, it's through this judgment, right? It's through this judgment. You woke them up. You gave them a wake-up call that I feel like this person's really struggling with, but it's undeniable, right? It's like right there in their face. You know, things, it seems like we don't, you know, it seems like this is a season. But nonetheless, they're struggling. They're struggling. What is this person wanting? And they're very angry at themselves is what they keep telling me. What are they wanting? I just feel like whenever you're around this person, like it's like you feel that sort of absence or that sort of divide, or it's like you feel like that wound. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it's every time you're around this person. So this, I do feel like, is somebody that you have access to in some way, shape, or form. Whether it's online, whether it's at work, whether it's in the same environment, whatever. I feel like you have connections to this person, whatever. I do feel like there is a sense of pain surrounding this person. What are they wanting, Spirit? The Four of Cups. The Seven of Cups. You know what's interesting? They just told me that they want to reject this out of confusion. Because the reality is that this person doesn't really feel like they know how you feel about them anymore, is what they're telling me. They don't really know how you feel about them anymore. They feel like they have limited access to you. You've changed. The situation changed you. You completely changed. Whatever happened here. I don't feel like you had a hand in whatever happened here. I think this person did, but you were the one that suffered like the effects of it, is what I'm hearing. And it feels like it was on the inside, right? Like on a spiritual level. And it changed you. And they're telling me that they want to reject this out of confusion, out of not really knowing how you feel, is what they told me. 4 plus 7 is, what is this? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 1 plus 1 is 2. We have the Two of Cups. Yeah, this person's wanting to mirror you. They're wanting to show up in the same way that you are. That's what I'm saying, because this person's like struggling with like who to blame here. They're struggling with really taking accountability, facing the cause and effect of whatever they did. Because it's like they can see that something that you've changed. I mean, they have no excuse, right? But it's just that sort of like acknowledging the cause and effect, the what they did that led to this effect. Does that make sense? They struggle with that part. They're conflicted all the way around, you guys. I mean, there's no way around it. 5, 5, 5, 3, 3. You could be seeing synchronicities. Yeah, they're telling me that they want to reject this out of a state, out of confusion. They want to reject this. It's like, I'm seeing smoke signals going up, and I'm seeing SOS. So it's almost like this person's like wanting someone to come save them. And it's almost like, I don't think you're doing that anymore, is what I'm hearing. And so they're wanting almost to mirror you in some way, because they feel like you're not showing them how you feel anymore. You're restricting yourself from this person. Your hands are tied in the situation. It is what it is, you know, and they can't prevent, you know, what's happening here with you. But it's something, because it feels like it's something on like a soul level. I asked what you need to know, and I got the High Priestess, and this is all about trusting your intuition, trusting your body, trusting the signs, right? Listen to your inner wisdom, okay? Got the High Priestess. And the Magician. Interesting. Tell me a little bit more about that. Knight of Cups. The King of Swords. I'm just, Trust your intuition. Some of you are, we have the Hierophant here and the Sun. Some of you intuitively know the effect that this person has, or let's just say the effect that you have on this person. But the main thing that I'm kind of getting is that I just heard, like, the first thing I saw was, it's like, trust your intuition, because some of you know the effect that this person has on you, okay? Some of you know the power that this person has, okay? This person could be quite the love bomber, okay? And I feel like you're doing something here, okay? You know, another thing I just heard, like, I'm getting a lot of messages from this right here, okay? Because I feel like some of you have, some of you, this is crazy, okay? But some of you have guides in and around you, and that's what's causing the divide here. And maybe you feel it. Maybe you feel the divide. Maybe you feel like something's like pulling you apart in some way. And it's like, I feel like there's like something here. It could be guides. It could be just this inner knowing, right? An inner knowing of like something in and around the connection that's creating a divide, okay? And I feel like you're very connected with your intuition right now. You're really, really tapped in. You're really, really, really tapped in. And I feel as if that is gosh. Some of you intuitively know that this person's trying to pull the wool over your eyes. It's point blank, period. Okay, you know that this person is a love bomber. You know that you need to detach from this situation. Okay. Some of you, on the other hand, though, I'm getting an energy of like this. It's like this intuitive knowing that you're, and it's like you're highly, highly, highly intuitive. You're highly tapped into your intuition. Your third eye is very open right now, and that could be manifesting your reality. Okay. Some of you also have this intuitive knowing of somebody else in and around the connection. It may not even be somebody that you're able to see. It may be spirit guides, things like this. And that's starting to have an effect on you. It's starting to have an effect on the relationship. Interesting. I also just heard some of you are fully aware of the effect you have on this person. Okay. And you know that through your silence, this will force expression out of this person. Okay. Because some of you are trying to figure out if this person's truly committed to you or not. If they, you know, higher levels of commitment are on their mind. Where are they at in this situation? You know, you're looking for something authentic, something real, something, the truth to be revealed to you in some way. Because I feel like you've just, like I said, whenever you're around this person or whatever, you would feel like there's this divide, or you would feel like there's just something standing in the way, right? But it's not really telling me what it is. It's not really telling me what it is. And I just feel like some of you know that the more silent you stay, the more expressive this person's going to become. The more they're going to start revealing their intentions. The more they're going to start revealing whatever they have up their sleeve is what I'm hearing. I think that you know what you're doing. Now, again, like I said, this person is wanting to kind of reject this because they don't actually know how you're feeling. Because I feel like you're really like limiting this person from knowing how you feel. You're restricting this person from knowing how you feel. And this is the change. This is the change that they're recognizing. Okay? Something changed within you. I don't know what happened here. Maybe this person truly broke. I mean, there could have been a heartbreak. There could have been something that came in between the connection. But your silence speaks volumes to this person. It's doing something to them. It's doing something to them. It's kind of setting the tone, right? And it's like, I did hear that if you guys are wanting this person to express themselves to you, you have to be willing to have a conversation, an honest and truthful conversation, right? You have to be willing to have an honest and truthful conversation. Because some of you really are staying silent right now. Interesting. I got a lot of messages just from this little, like, what do you need to know? So everybody's situation is different, okay? So you're going to have to take what resonates, leave the rest behind. Some of you are, again, I feel like this is somebody that you would want to work together with, want to collaborate with, want to, you know, get on the same page with, it seems like, but it seems like there's some sort of divide in the way here. Could be some sort of codependency happening here, or there could be, oh man, you know what I just heard? There could be toxic people in and around the connection that's coming between the connection. Wow. Also, some of you have oh man, do I really want to say this, Spirit? I heard immediately that there could be like a negative entity, because I was trying to pull on this. Do you see? We have the environment, there's 3 here, and then we have the 3 of swords. This would be a divide, and then we have the devil. So this could be like a negative entity, a negative energy that's kind of looming over the connection, right? Some of you feel like this person, maybe you feel like it's attached to this person. Some of you feel like, you know what I'm saying? Or it's just attached to this connection. And what does a negative entity look like? It can quite literally be paranormal, or it can quite literally be depression. It can be negative people. It can be negative thoughts. It can be negative, which I do see a lot of those here. And yeah, so it's like, it's all about they see you as somebody who's like going through a spiritual transformation. They have no say in the matter. I also heard that it's like, this changes that you've made have scared this person, because they feel like they have no control in this situation. They feel like their hands are tied when it comes to you. And also that whatever happened here, I don't even necessarily feel like it was like your fault, but somehow it ended up affecting you the most, is what I heard initially. So they are telling me that they get kind of like uncomfortable because they feel this sort of like heavy fog, or this heavy sort of, you know what I'm saying? Whenever they're in the, like a presence, you know, it makes them uncomfortable. It makes them feel like they don't know what's going on. It's like a big gray area, you know? Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Some of you intuitively know that somebody's doing like some sort of magic here. I don't know who it is. It could be an outside party doing some sort of like black magic to come in between the connection. Some of you intuitively know that this is happening. But every time you try to express yourself, it's like you are a little numb, is what I'm hearing, or you don't really, you know, I feel like you do want to express yourself, but it's like you don't want to come off in a way that seems like irrational or illogical or anything like that. But it's like, you know that something's going on here. You know that something's going on here. And they do too, but they're struggling. That's what I'm saying. They're struggling to figure out who to blame here, because there's only 2 people in the room, right? Remember I said they were struggling to figure out who's to blame for this sort of divide or what's going on here? Because they don't, that's crazy. That's crazy. You guys, I'm telling you, you guys need to watch out. Because there is somebody in and around your environment connected to you. Could be online, could be in the workplace, could be family, could be somebody that is connected to you, connected to them, who is 100% trying to cause heartbreak or a divide here, okay? Through, it seems like dark magic or something like that, or negative thinking or negative dark arts, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here, because they told me that, yeah, they feel like they have no other choice here. Maybe they did do something here, but they feel like you're not accepting any excuses from them. But almost like their hands are tied too, because they struggle with who's at fault here, who's at blame here. And they're like struggling to, I heard this person say that they wanted to reject the situation based out of a state of confusion, like not really knowing how you feel. There's this big gray area. It's almost like a fog. It does make them uncomfortable too. It's interesting, because I feel like anytime you would try to express something like this to them, this type of person could like not, that kind of stuff could really freak them out, especially if you're like somebody who's very spiritual, connected to the other side is what I'm hearing. Some of you are heavily connected to the other side, whether you realize this or not. Some of you subconsciously know this, some of you do not. But yeah, there's like this energy of them feeling very uncomfortable and wanting to sort of like reject the idea of that actually being a reality. But I do feel like this person like feels like there's some sort of substance behind that, because they know that something's going on here energetically and they don't understand it, and they don't know who to blame. They don't know who to blame, because I told you in the beginning they're struggling with blame. And there's something here about this person, like, even though, because I heard safety, it's like this is like a happy relationship. This is like a solid foundation. And either this person is feeling like they've destroyed a solid foundation, but this is also the card of haunting. Somebody's house could be haunted, okay? And it could be preventing somebody from sleeping. It could be filling somebody's head with negative thoughts. And do you remember I said it's the environment that somebody's in? There's a shared environment here. It could quite literally just be your house. Okay, it could quite literally just be your house. Because I feel like whenever this person, like, I feel like, yeah, like they feel like they need to get away, and then they feel badly about it. So it's like, do you see this person's outside of the home and they're just kind of like wandering around? And then they end up feeling badly about it. They could also feel like they're getting ill or sick. Okay. Wow, that really took a turn here. Some of you intuitively know that something's going on here on an energetic level here. Some of you intuitively know this. Some of you also intuitively know that your silence has an effect on this person. And, yeah. I'm going to go ahead and leave it here. You guys are going to have to let me know how this one resonated. It was, took a turn for sure. Have a good night.